Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another day wherein I've just, of course, glued in my bottom plate with denture adhesive. But it is 6:52 a.m. Sunday, the 18th of March, 6:52 a.m. I'm like at least 15 minutes early from when I usually been starting. I like to start at around 6:30. I've been around 7:15 these days, so it's a nice step in the right direction. Thumbs up. Earlier, oh, itchy nose. Earlier, I had Boogle running around on my lap and my keyboard garage desktop here, and now there's a Boogle in her cage. So I'm reaching into this bin cage next to me, and here's a Boogle, booga booga boogle. Since I tend to call her that, booga booga boogle. If she's back like this, then she'll face forward. And her anti-camera gyroscope is not active. Well, very active. It's still active. But there's a Boogle. She was very aggressive this morning. In fact, I reached into her cage and was scruffling the bedding because I didn't want to do like I did to Mama Squeak yesterday and just lift up her house and make her sad. Oh, she's chewing on my bracelet. Here, don't do that. Oh, well, now the duct tape that I put on there. She chewed these pieces off. Little goose, with your teeth. Tape is not good to eat. Anyway, though, here's a little Boogle. But she's very, very, very aggressive. As stated, I had reached into her cage. I'm going to put her away. She's getting pretty active. Put her on top of her house and then let her go from there. I was scribbling and scrabbling through the bedding because she was asleep, and unlike when I just lifted up Mama Squeak's house yesterday, I didn't want to do that because it's not nice. It violates their place of safety. You want to give them a place of safety. So she has a place of safety. I've got her in her house. So I didn't want to move her house. So I was scriffling and scruffling, and she darted her head out the front and then ran at my hand and popped onto her side and was going to try and attack my hand. So I pulled my hand up and out, and she went, huh? So that calmed her down, and I reached in and picked her up, but she was going to take my hand out. Darn it, that was get off my lawn. She is very aggressive. She's back inside of her house now. In fact, she's up on the second story, since this one has got 2 stories, and there's these little wooden ramps that you can put on things. I got a wooden ramp put up there, so she scurries up and goes inside the front hole. That's what she's done. Thumbs up for that. No, I have not done much at all. This may be a short vlog. I'm not sure. Because yesterday, I did a lot of sleeping. A lot of sleeping in this chair. And it's unfortunate because of that. Because today, I wanted to take a shower. And when I woke up at like 4:30-ish, just hurting, it was a nice, easing sort of awake. Not horrible and painful, but at the same time not as nice as it has been, and way too early. So, well, I got out of bed around quarter to 5-ish, and so I've been up since then, but I haven't done anything. Oh, excuse me. I've just been trying to wake up. Now my tummy is always upset in the morning. It doesn't do well under the best of times, and I go, and of course I take my medicines, because I take one medicine for pain, methadone, 2.5 milligrams twice a day, every 12 hours. And I also take something called ropinirole. It is a Parkinson's medication, but they discovered in small doses it works to help kick out restless leg syndrome. So methadone and ropinirole takes care of my restless leg. In fact, methadone largely does it on its own. But I'd use the ropinirole on top of that to help stomp on it. And then I also take, there's something called metoprolol. It's actually a blood pressure medication, but in small doses, because my blood pressure is like 113/70 without meds, just on its own. But in small doses, this actually helps your kidneys work better. And I take a half a tablet of this stuff because my kidneys got damaged while I was taking care of my wife. I unfortunately became dehydrated, and my kidneys got a lot of damage. And you see, when you do your blood tests, Your kidneys are supposed to have, you know, what they're checking for is a range of like 0.08 to 1.0. And mine was 1.3. The thing is about your kidneys is, but when they finally start to register damage on your blood tests, that means a lot of damage. That isn't like, oh, you're 1/3 through the way up to bad, you must have done 1/3 damage. No, you have to do about 2 to 3/4 damage before the thing will even tick up to 1/3 in your bloodstream. So I messed up my kidneys. I've been trying to take care of them by staying as hydrated as possible, and they've been getting better, but it's just oy vey. So, thumbs up for that. I can't even remember what I was talking about now. I mean, I know I was talking about some stuff like how I'm so tired. Oh, itchy. Ah. I got like random hairs that'll fall out of my head, of course, and then of course when they get down inside of your shirt, I have insanely delicate skin. So little things like that, they just poke and it feels like a needle. My skin is ridiculously delicate. I need glasses, but if I don't have them just made of the lightest plastic possible with as little as metal as possible, with just like the last ones I got were just plastic frames with a little bit of not plastic frames, 2 plastic lenses, a little piece of metal to connect the 2 of them, the 2 temples that connected to the lenses, and then went back over here. And even that, with light plastic lenses, with light like titanium frames, even that, I would still, my skin on my nose would break down, and behind my ears would break down. That's why you can still see the marks on my forehead from, what, 2.5 hours ago when I had my sleep mask on? Because this red mark on my nose is from the sleep mask that I wear because of my sleep apnea. And I have these 2 straps that come across from this plastic bar comes up and it rests against my forehead, which is why I've got these 2 red marks here. And then these Velcro straps go across my head here, which is why you can see that. These straps come across here and these show. You can see the marks on my neck, and it's, like I say, 2.5 hours ago, and I'm still red from it. My skin is insanely delicate. Thumbs up for that. It was very difficult during my military time, because when you have to wear your glasses, you're given birth control glasses, which is the big black horn rim frames because they're cheap to make. Those are also very heavy. And my skin was breaking down bad when I had to wear those things. It wasn't until tech school and getting out of training that I could start wearing my regular glasses again. I do need glasses. I cannot see a damn thing. I cannot afford glasses. I mean, I can see. I can even drive. I don't even have to wear my glasses anymore to drive, which is weird. All my life, I've needed my glasses to drive. Only now, like last year when I renewed my driver's license, did they say, you don't need corrective lenses this year. That's because I was able to guess. You have to do an eye check to see how you're doing. I went in there without glasses to renew my license, and I went in and they checked this eye. They said, what do you see? I'm not going to tell them. I can just see a bunch of fuzz, so I guessed. And I guessed well enough that I don't have to wear glasses anymore. And the thing is, with this eye, this is my close-up eye, and anything further away from my fingertips is fuzzy. I cannot see a damn thing. And this is my far-away eye. Anything closer than my fingertips, I can't see. When I read books, I'm reading with this eye because this eye can't focus. And even at that, this eye is not able to focus up close anymore. So I've got to get like out here so it'll focus, but not too far, or I can't read it that way. So yeah, I need glasses. One day I'll get them again. One day. Right now, I can't afford them. I can't afford to. I had to go a couple months back before Christmas. I had to drive myself even further negative at the time just to get shoes that didn't leak. So Thumbs up. One day. One day. One day. Trying to think of military time stories. Because, yeah, I was 22 and 23 and 24. Well, no, I went in when I was 19. Straight out of high school. And I got out when I was 23. So I spent 4 years in the Air Force. For those new people, I'll say this part because it's funny. You can fill out a dream sheet when you're in the military. When you say where you want to go and what you want to do. I said I wanted to stay, I didn't want to go any further to the east than Idaho or any further south than the Oregon border. So they sent me to Hurlburt Field, Florida, which is the Florida Panhandle. While I was there, I said I wanted to stay in the United States and I wanted to be up, no further east than Idaho and no further south than Oregon. So they sent me to Germany. While in Germany, I filled out my dream sheet and said I'd like to be no further east than eastern Washington State and no further south than southern Washington State. So they sent me to Homestead Air Force Base, Florida, 30 miles south of Miami, Florida. The only physical way I could have been further away on the continental United States from where I had asked for, on the contiguous 48, is if I had been down on the Florida Keys. So your dream sheet is perverse, really. But it was nice. I mean, Hurlburt Field, Florida is on the Eglin Air Force Base, Florida campus, and it's like 30 miles east of the it's not Talladega. Oh my God, I can't remember. Tallahassee, from the Navy place there. And what I and a friend would do is when we had exercises, that's the word, I was sent from my job working as a technician in finance. I worked in the travel section, which meant I worked behind the desk counter, the counter, customer service. We took in your forms when you traveled. You filled out your travel form. We worked out how much you were due. We'd send you over. You'd get paid for your travel. That was our job. During times of exercise, they'd yank me out of that, and I would go and stack people's stuff as they were getting, showing that they're ready to do things. And we would stack their stuff in pallets, then stack the pallets onto the aircraft. And then once everybody was moved and done, exercise over, showed we could do it, everybody got to go home again after that. Not home, but then I and a friend, on days like that, we'd take off and we would go out. And we'd shoot looking for game stores in various places. There was a place called Kobe's Corner in Florida. God, I can't even remember where it was. I can't even remember the town that was close to Hurlburt Field. Fort Walton Beach. I think it was Kobe's Corner in Fort Walton Beach. It was a game store. You could go in and buy board games and all that. It was a fun place. I actually remember that name. How about that? I think it was Fort Walton Beach, because Fort Walton Beach was the town in Florida right outside of Eglin, which, like I say, the Hurlburt Field was a separate place that was leasing out part of the Eglin campus. So it was a separate base, but it was on the Eglin Air Force Base field. It was a trifle odd, but it worked. It was fine. I spent 4 years in the Air Force, 1 year in Germany, 1 year in Florida, 2 years in Germany, and then 6 months in Florida, because at that time, which was 1986, they had previously introduced the Graham-Rudman Act, and then the Graham-Rudman Act with Lindsey Graham and Lindsey, I can't remember who. There were two senators, but they came up with somebody Wagner. Anyway, I've forgotten the name of it altogether entirely now. But it was, there were too many people in all branches of the service. And so it was an act where if you were within 6 months of getting out and you were not going to re-up, then you were getting out right now. It was a reduction in forces. I was not planning on re-upping. But at the same time, I was over in Germany and I didn't want to get out in Germany because getting out to the service overseas at the time was a real hassle. So I extended for 6 months. They sent me to Florida to Homestead. And then while I was there, the Gramm-Rudman Act came through, and those 6 months that I'd extended for, they yanked and said, okay, you're leaving now. Okay. I came from Germany to the US, so everything worked out. Oh gosh, it is 15 minutes and 32 seconds. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. I have not had a full chance to do full checks on my ASL counting yet. I am so sorry. If I mispronounce a username, my sincere apologies. I'm just thanking people for having left me comments, but I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I'm better than most, but I count an ASL on the fingers of this hand. Largely, I've had some forgetting, and so I don't do it properly, and I'm restudying and relearning, but I haven't done it fully yet. I'm not reading the comments now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Thank you for having left a comment. So, before I run out of time, there is Madara. Thank you very, very much. And Drumfill Studios. Greatly appreciated. Most Dedicated. Thank you very, very much. Sam Hilton. Thank you. James Casto. Thank you very, very much. Beethoven. How about that? Gaming with Purge Anarchy. Thank you very, very much. Chris M. Greatly appreciated. Outro Silva no Mundo, son of a gun, and thank you very much. That Guy Levi, son of a gun, thank you. Stay Call Cuba, I have no ideas if I pronounced her name even halfway close. Thank you very, very much. John Wiesner, I sure hope I'm close, and thank you. The Spiciest Boy 420, son of a gun, and thank you very much. Classic Beast 23, son of a gun. Kathy Kisscat, greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. And Anthony Ornelas, also good to see you too, son of a gun, and thank you. And Josie likes MNMS, oh, son of a gun, greatly appreciated. Valeyard, I sure hope I'm close, but thank you very, very much. Janelle O, greatly appreciated. Wait, that's the name. Thank you very, very much. And Jonathan Joseph, greatly appreciated. Sretan Rossick, that's kind of. And Nightwalker 2018. And then there's Mama Chell. And then last but not least, The Chains. Lots of Z's at the end. Son of a gun, and thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. As stated, you got me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that's a very good thing since I am clinically depressed, bipolar disorder. My wife died 4 years ago. I had my house taken away by the bank. I was living in my brother-in-law's garage and then got kicked out of there when they lost their house. So it's not the best mental landscape behind these eyes. So thank you very, very much for dragging me out of this head into the world. Thumbs up. Well, shucks, if you can check out my links down below, I've got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign, that would be awesome. You people are saving my life. Thank you very, very much. Somebody donated $50 recently. You saved me. That was awesome. It really, really helped. Big time. Thank you very, very much. And, of course, if you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool too, but I would understand if you don't want to. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Or my time anyway, since I'm 55 now and the average lifespan of an American man is 74 years. That's 19 summers from now. Hopefully I'll be on YouTube that entire time. Live stream on my deathbed. That'd be kind of gross. Especially after I die. And especially if somebody forgets to turn off the webcam while they're like putting me in the body bag and dragging me out. Ugh. Anyway, though, I've got a game video coming up, got a reaction video coming up. If I don't fall asleep today, fat chance I'll have a game video on my game channel. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very, very, very good thing. And now I've got 5 seconds left to fill, and I never know how to fill.